These are the most common questions I get about my Sunday sauce and meatballs, and I want to answer them all for you. And it's great that I'm here rolling them so you can see what I'm doing. They want to know, do your meatballs fall apart? No. What kind of beef do you use? I use 85-15 ground sirloin beef, and that's probably a good reason why they don't fall apart. It doesn't make the sauce greasy, and they stay together because there's not a lot of fat. They're not broken down. As you can see, they're just beautiful. And they asked me about the ingredients. It seems like the onion powder, that's a lot, you know, a half a cup in 2 pounds. It's not. The flavor is so wonderful. It just enhances it. And it's granulated onion powder. So it's great, I have to tell you. They asked me about the sausage. Here are the sausage. I use sweet sausage. They don't go in whole. I cut these in half. Everyone says, do you put them in whole? No, I cut them in half. What type of, when I do put the pork in, and I don't always put the pork in every Sunday, I do sometimes, I use the country ribs. I don't like to use the thin ribs, and if you can't find country ribs in your grocery store, okay, you can buy pork chops, thick pork chops, and cut them in half. All right, they asked me about basil. The basil, I never cut it, I hand cut it. You want to keep the flavor of the basil and the oils in the basil, always. When I roll my meatballs, as you see, I'm wetting my palms. I wet them every third meatball. The parsley that I use is the flat, in here is the flat Italian parsley. This is the curly. I use the flat. Oh, and another question, the wine. The wine. The wine that they always ask me, what kind of wine? Okay, you don't have to use expensive red wines when you're making your sauce. You can use any kind of cheaper Cabernet wine. It's for cooking. I do the same thing with the white wine. And as far as the pot is concerned, when I'm cooking this amount, and I have company coming Sunday, so I'm using my huge pot. You see how big this pot is? The meat needs space. The meatballs get dropped in a bubbling sauce. They need space. And yes, when I stir them, I use a wooden spoon. I never use metal because you don't want to affect or touch them where they're going to break. Okay? But you have to see how beautiful they are. They come out so nice. And the best part is, the best part is, the texture is so great. They're soft. They're not hard. When you fry them, it becomes like a hamburger, and you're actually blocking out the sauce from being absorbed into the meatball. Don't get me wrong, I like them fried right in the grill pan when you're going to eat them right out of the pan. But you don't bake them either, because when you bake, you leave all the flavor in the pan. So this is it. These are my meatballs. These are 2 pounds right here, and I'm so happy to share this with you. Here they are. This is going in.